So
But if you love it and and you can help boys.
grow into men.
Yep, yep.
Exactly, and that's one thing I actually like. The developmental process of it. As much as a mother would like to see their child, like develop into an adult, right? Like I like to see a player develop into a
Yeah,
beast.
I like the analogy. Good analogy. My name is Susan, by the way.
My name is William.
William.
Nice to meet you, Susan.
Nice meeting you, William.
Susan, how often do you go to these games?
This is actually the first. I used to go to a lot more. We live in Virginia.
It's Alexandria, right?
Alexandria, Virginia, yes.
That's awesome. No, like they have a couple. I've actually played in a couple of facilities in Alexandria, like soccer facilities. But is that like the main sport in Alexandria, the main sport in Virginia, soccer, or would you say baseball?
I don't know. I really, actually, I go to a gym, and one of the trainers, Boris, he's a soccer coach.
Okay.
He loves soccer, so he coaches. I think he coaches high school soccer. I don't know. He may coach a league in soccer.
I'm more like a trainer, like a developed player. So let's say if a player needs a specific like attribute, right? I'm able to assess the player. They'll come to my camp. And
Yeah.
the first day will be like a kind of like an orientation when you first go to a job, and then I'll get to assess what the player needs, and I design a curriculum
For them.
for the player. And then what happens is like over time, the player is able to develop into whatever player that they would like to be, or whatever player that I see that they fit. And most of the time, the more versatile, the better. So like
Yeah, we have some trainers at the gym too. Bryce comes to mind. He does that. If someone is interested in pursuing a sport, he puts together a program for that particular sport. I watch Bryce train some of the fellas too. In fact, I think he's training a girl who is going to try out for the Naval Academy, and he's been practicing with her because she's got to pass the physical to get into the academy. So
that is awesome. I'm actually a filmmaker. This is like what I do on the side.
but that's not. Do you do like weddings or just sports?
Well, I do weddings as well. I've done a couple of weddings. I've also done like short films, and like my next thing I would like to do is like a short film on soccer. Like it's called Penalty. Like the concept of a penalty kick, right? Kind of like how we had one in the first half. So what a penalty kick entails, like before the penalty kick actually happens, what the referee would have to do, how the goalkeeper would have to get ready. Certain players, they have a way of taking a penalty kick because sometimes it's nerve-wracking, when you step up and everybody is watching. You would have to have a routine
Yeah.
of like what you do,
Yeah.
and you would have to just pick a spot. And once you change your mind, most likely it's not gonna like end up in the back of the net. So you pick your spot, and then like you step up with confidence and you just strike it. And most of the time, end up in the back of the net if you're able to strike it with venom.
Yeah.
It's only 12 yards, so you see these players, they could kick over 50 yards. So if you're able to step up 12 yards and just bury that in the back of the net, then it's like we
Go the distance. Who has real talent?
Yes, most of the time, it doesn't take long. What it takes is like the player would have to touch the ball 2, 3 times, and I'm able to tell what type of player the person is because I've actually been playing for a while. I've been playing sport for like maybe 15, 16 years, and as a coach, when a player touches the ball, you're able to know the way he runs with the ball, You know, the way his first touch is, like, you know, what he does when he's not on the ball, like the positioning on the field, the awareness, everything. And you're able to tell all of that in 5 minutes. Why? Because if you're watching a specific player and based on wherever the ball is, the way they move, then you're able to say, okay, this is a great player. Okay,
Okay.
this player might need a little bit of work, or
Yeah.
this player might just need a lot of work, etc. So you're able to tell. As much as you know, you have experience in life and you're able to tell, you know, when you have a conversation with somebody within the first 5 minutes, if the person is, you know, trustworthy or not.
Now, did you play sports in school?
Yes, I did.
What sport? You played
I
soccer?
played soccer.
Soccer, okay. When did you start playing soccer?
Started playing soccer at age, I believe, 14. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, when I was younger, like him, you know, I used to see the grown-ups play all the time, but you know, they wouldn't like allow me to play because you know, I didn't really have the biggest of physical frame, so you know, they always thought it was a physical sport. But then later on, I came to show them it wasn't really a physical sport. You know, it's more of a mental sport
Yeah,
and a skillful
you're right.
sport.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And then if you can get the right combination of both.
exactly.
Right, Jack and I have gone to Shepherdstown. We like it there. Small school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shepherd University used to be Shepherd College, and they've done a lot of infrastructure there. So I liked it because of the you know, the historical, you know, the historical reference it had attached to it. So when I went there, actually, I studied history, and I did a concentration in American Civil War. So when I got out of Shepherd, you know, I realized, you know, I was gonna either be like a history teacher or like maybe a librarian at the, you know, one of these libraries. And you know, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go grad school. You know, when I went to grad school, you know, I became a filmmaker.
Ah.
So with my historical background and like, you know, my film analysis, I'm able to like, you know, create, you know, films where, you know, it gives you know, the audience a sense of authenticity.
Yes. Ah.
The man being a breadwinner, and then you know, the woman stays and you know, basically nurtures as much as she can, right? And like now, you know, we're in an age where it's a little bit much more different. While like you know, it's not like women don't have power.
Yeah.
It's more like, you know, women have power and a little bit of too much of it now. If you know, so I was talking to one of my, you know, my lady friends, and she tells me like, you know, she goes to work, she comes back, and like, you know, her boyfriend is like, you know, laying on the couch watching TV, playing video games, and you know, I'm like, does this guy work? She said, nope. So I was like, why do you condone that?
Yeah.
So, well, you know, she really likes him. And I'm like, okay, well, so now, you know, if females are the breadwinner and you know, the male is able to like just sit on the couch and like just do that, then what's gonna happen in like maybe a decade from now?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Roles are changing.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
I don't know if always for the better.
Variations that could go with it.
Right. Live in an entirely different world today.
Do you think it's for the better though? The way that
You know, I don't know, to be perfectly honest. I guess it's I don't know. Not all.
surprised. That's a good go.
I don't know who did that.
So I'm assuming you have your grandson here. You have more grandsons, or
No, just one grandson and one granddaughter.
oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I know you're content with that.
Yes, and we have a son who's in Canton, Ohio, and he is not married. Whoa! A small family, but a nice family.
That's nice. Because Some people they dwell on like the big families, and sometimes when you have big families, on Christmas, it's like so much happening, and
Yeah,
then when you have not so much of a big family, you're able to keep an eye on everybody,
yeah,
and
yeah.
try to know what's going on in everybody's lives, and sometimes it's good. It has its pros and cons.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think like super big families are equivalent to like when you go to college and you have a class where it's like 200 people, and then
Yeah,
you have one professor and it's like the ratio is 200 to 1,
yeah,
and you can't focus on everybody else's needs.
yeah,
But like if it's a medium or small family,
yeah.
you're able to do that, and
You
that's
come from a big family or a small family?
well. I come from I come from a big family, but it's pretty scattered because like, the family's tree was drawn up to me, or me and my father drew it like the other day, and like I don't tend to like know everybody else in the family, but it's pretty huge because I come from the coast of West Africa. You wouldn't miss Elmina Castle, and Elmina is actually where you know, my my great grandfather, my grandfather, and my grandmother also comes from. I like it's a lot of history there because Elmina Castle is actually where they took lots of like African slaves through like the New World, and like so when somebody asks me, "What are you?" I tell them I'm black. I'm blacker than black. I can't get any blacker than that
Uh-huh.
because
Now,
like
have you been back? Have you been there?
I was born there.
Oh, you were born there. Okay.
I was actually born there, but like the process of actually coming to America and like basically learning the new ways. It was tough at first because obviously I didn't speak English very well when I
Well, you
first.
speak it very well.
I had to because that's the only way. I'm one of those people where like I'd always try for not perfection, but at least to like get better and better and better and better as much as I can. So when you go to school, you go to middle school, and kids make fun of you because you can't speak as well as they can. You know, it motivates you to
To,
actually, basically, learn
yes.
language and blend in more like a chameleon there. Where
Yeah.
if I never told you, you would never know.
No. Yeah.